myth of Daedalus and Icarus. In ancient Greece there lived a brilliant craftsman and inventor named Daedalus. He worked for King Minos of Crete, who lived in a rich and beautiful palace. At first, Daedalus enjoyed inventing for Minos, making beautiful statues and temples, furniture and drinking vessels for the city. Daedalus and his son Icarus were content and lived there well at first. In time, Daedalus made a labyrinth for the king, a strange and confusing maze of passages. They were inhabited by a man-eating minotaur who lived and guarded it. People entered the maze at their peril. Minos was proud of the labyrinth that Daedalus had made, so he paid him well. But Minos was a dangerous, cruel and powerful king, and there were rumours that he fed people to the Minotaur. Both Daedalus and Icarus began to worry. They didn't want to die. Icarus wanted to leave the city. "I hate the palace, let's go," he exclaimed to his father. Together they went to the king for permission to leave. By then, King Minos became more concerned that Daedalus would give away the secret way in and out of the labyrinth. Immediately he refused to let them leave, taking the precious secrets with them, and he locked up the inventor and his son Icarus. On an island in a prisoner's cave high in the cliffs, Daedalus and his son were imprisoned. In the gloomy, damp cave, smelling of blood, Icarus moaned, "I hate it here. Let's escape quietly, father." "Let's make a plan," whispered Daedalus gently. Through a small hole they watched the birds, and that was when the idea hit Daedalus. Could he and Icarus fly like birds away from Crete? Wings would help them make their escape, so they collected candle wax, bird feathers, and they made twine. The inventor formed 2 pairs of wonderful wings on wooden frames covered with feathers. At last they were ready to escape. As he fixed Icarus's wings to his back, Daedalus warned him, "Do not fly too close to the sea, or our wings will get wet. Nor too close to the sun, or the wax will melt." Both climbed out sneakily, wearing their wings. They boldly jumped up and took off. People below were amazed. They thought they were seeing the gods. First, Icarus fluttered close to his father. Then he became overwhelmed with the joy of flying. Icarus rose too fast and too high. Daedalus called a warning to him, but it was too late. Icarus flew higher and higher, closer to the sun, until its hot brilliance surrounded him. Then, suddenly, Icarus felt the wax melt, and feathers floating all around him. His arms no longer held him up in the air, and he plunged downwards into the ocean. Daedalus couldn't see him, but then he saw the terrible sight of a few feathers floating on the waves. Daedalus hovered over the sea and saw the body of Icarus had floated to the surface. Weeping, he carefully lifted his dead son and carried him to an island where he gently buried him. Daedalus carried on his journey alone. This myth teaches the reader not to have pride, proud of flying, and be cautious and listen to warnings, not listening to his father.